Good morning, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, and Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising. Welcome into your reading, guys, for the month of January 2022. And we'll check your energies and see what is going on. What is the guidance? What is the advice? What are the situations that you need help with, right? So let's call upon a divine guide, angel, ancestor, my spirit guide into this reading, and my divine source for you into this reading, Pisces, for the month of January 2022. And we'll see your energies here, okay? And we'll see what is the story. We'll understand what is the help. What's the guidance that you probably might want to look into for yourself in the month of January, guys? And we'll see what it is that my spirit wants to talk to you about. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising with Venus and Jupiter in your individual planetary position. Let's ask for three major energies for you, Pisces, around the month of January, and we'll see what it is. We'll come to know. All right. You got love and then you got trust. Okay. So it's definitely some kind, and then there are two cards that wanted to come out, so we'll take two. Finding and grieving. Okay. Bottom of the deck is closure. Okay. So it's definitely a period that is ending or will end in the month of January is what I'm getting, guys, okay? You will be shutting the door. You will be shutting the door to something you have been dreaming about. Some of you have not received that situation, forgiveness. Yeah, so freedom. Yeah, so there is freedom, forgiveness, right? And a dream. So you had some kind of a situation where they are telling you, guys, it's time for you to release yourself from all that situation that has been kind of holding you back in your life from moving forward. Closure, right? Leaving behind the past and walking out of the past and into your future part of the story. So with love and trust, like you have to, what I'm getting, guys, out of this energies and here is somewhere they are telling you that you have to understand your emotions better now. You have to learn to trust back in your emotional part of the story, you know, where you have probably got very badly hurt, right? Where whatever you have tried to find, you know, you were not able to move from that situation because there was a lot of grief, a lot of grieving. You know, you have to try to change your thought process because you could be in contact with people around this portion in time who who are scared of changing themselves or who don't want to change themselves, right? They don't want to open up their own understanding towards finding happiness in their life. So they are stuck in a very bad situation where you are finding it difficult, you know, to move away from that group of people, possibly, where you want your happiness in here. But there are people around you who are not willing to let you move or who are not willing to move themselves, who are very much in that victim mentality, in their sorrow. They're not being able to do anything for themselves in their life, and neither are they wanting you to find your happiness, is also what I'm getting. So over here, that's what they're telling you, guys. The message over here is that you have to close that cycle with people, with friends, with maybe family members, where you want your happiness, you want your peace of mind, and yet, you're not getting. So you have to learn to trust in your own emotional understanding. Because you definitely will not find help from those kind of people. You have to put a closure. You have to leave that behind. You have to leave that behind. That group, that community, or those people who are not willing to change themselves. And that is also preventing you, like I said, preventing you from finding your part of the story in yourself, right? So love and trust. So you have to learn to love your own self and trust in your own feelings. That's what they're saying. Don't depend on people here anymore, or those group of people who are not willing to do anything for themselves, but they are willing to pull you down. So until you manage to close that cycle, until you manage to walk out of that bad situation, you will not be able to find your happiness. That's the story here. Please talk to me about love. So there is something that you will have to shut off or leave. You might have to change your community. You might have to change people around you at this point. That gives you back your individual freedom to your own emotions. Because that's a depletion right here. You could be interacting with people who have very low self-esteem. You could be interacting with people, Pisces, who have victim mentality. So if you are interacting with those kind of people, you obviously will find it difficult to change your own thought process, right? Please talk to me about trust. So you have to independently understand yourself now, instead of relying on people and situations to bring them to you. That's what they're saying. Because you have not had a lot of help with regards to your emotional part of the story. You may have tried, Pisces, to interact with people to see how they, help you, or you might have been trying to seek help from people who by themselves are bitter with their own self. Please talk to me about finding and grieving. So this is where they are telling you, Pisces, that you have to learn to do things for yourself. Hear yourself, learn about your own emotions. Don't depend on others to come forward and tell you what you have to do, because even if you do it, you won't get the right result. And that needs to be closed. They're asking you to independently do things for yourself. That's what they're telling you. And close that part of the story. Leave those people behind who have bought you or given you only pain and have not allowed you to change your own thought process. Right? So that part of the chapter needs to go. Yeah, the 3 of Swords. See? Yeah, there is a group of people, could be, like I said, could be your colleague, co-workers, family, friends, anybody who have caused you a lot of grief. And it is because, like I said, it's because you had been trying to find your happiness from a wrong group of people or wrong set of people, right? Without understanding that they are not capable of giving you back any result. So that is the closure. That is where the thing has to end. Five of Cups, right? And the Page of Sword. Yeah, you have to, you have to learn to balance your own emotion, be intelligent in here, right? And do the right thing, because you were trying to offer your love, like I said, you were trying to offer your love to get over your disappointment with the wrong crowd, with wrong people, with the wrong group, where obviously you are not finding any source of happiness. It's only misery that you're getting back in return, right? So here is a story, guys. With love, you get the Moon, the Page of Cups, and then you get the Two of Swords. So you have been fearing your own emotion, or you have been fearing the emotion, to receive the emotion from somebody in your life who probably likes you, loves you, whatever, right? And it's only because you were fearing. The part of the story is here that you were, you know, you were kind of lacking the trust. That's one. The second is that you were not sure if you can believe in somebody in your life again. That's point number two. And point number three is that in your subconscious state, you were scared to bring back any kind of emotional happiness, right? You were not giving it. You wanted it all for yourself as well. But again, at the same time, you were skeptical if you can share your trust, your faith, or your emotion with those who wanted, right? So you took away all that emotions and you wanted to be happy, but it didn't happen. It didn't happen. And that is the reason you got stuck in that Two of Swords energy, because you are not being able to trust a situation here. Pisces is what I'm getting here. We'll see. Okay, so, but you are thirsty. You are definitely thirsty for that love. You want that love, but again, you're scared. If you can trust back some emotion because of this situation, let's talk to me about the Moon. And part of it is in your subconscious. It's a very shadow energy that you have where, subconsciously you are feeling thirsty for that emotion. You are, you want to quench your thirst, right? You want to quench your thirst, but again, you are in a stalemate energy because you don't know if you can do that, right? Yeah, see the Ace of Cups. You want that happiness. You want that emotion. You want that love, but again, subconsciously, you are skeptical about this emotion of trust. Let's talk to me about the Page of Cups. So somebody could be telling you here that it's time. It's time to feel happy again. Just because of something that has happened before. Okay, this is also what I'm getting, guys, that somebody could be telling you here with the Page of Cups that something before has happened with you in a situation where you wanted all the happiness, but you didn't get it. So somebody could be showing you once again how to bring back that emotion in your life. Somebody could be telling you what you need to do. It's a very deep spiritual insight into the whole story about your own understanding in the subconscious. Please talk to me about the Page of Cups, where somebody could be showing you again or displaying the fact that you can, whatever happened, right? The Tower, yeah. Whatever happened, whatever the upheaval has been, you can correct it now. Somebody could be very angry with you, Pisces. Somebody also could be very, very angry with you because they want to give you that emotion, but you're not taking, right? You are not taking because, like I said, you're skeptical, you're fearful, you don't know, you cannot make a decision here. So somebody could have been very angry because you may have, is waiting for an apology from you, for some of you, right? And they are not ready to move until the apology comes, right? Please talk to me about the Two of Swords. But you probably fear this situation, yeah, the Page of Pentacles, right? You want to now start manifesting something different in your life because you could be leaving that stuck situation here, guys, where you have been fearful about a commitment as well. You have been fearful about a commitment because, like I said, deep down in your subconscious, you were scared to face that emotional contact. That's what I'm getting, right? So it's time to change that situation and work towards something new, to manifest something new from that stalemate energy that, that energy is showing up in here when you want to move now. And you're trying to manifest a new beginning, maybe for some of you, leaving the past behind, telling yourself that, okay, whatever has gone wrong, however way it has gone wrong, it's okay. It's time to work again, right? Please talk to me about the love. So somebody is trying to work with the story here, Pisces. It could be you or somebody in your life who they know have hurt you or you have hurt them. Okay, please talk to me about love. So, yeah, the Seven of Wands. But you also know, okay, you're getting ready to build back your own stability here, right? You're getting ready to find your own self back once again, but for which, whatever you do, there will be a lot of criticism, lot of adversaries. People will throw things at you, and you have to be prepared to face the adversary as you are, putting up boundaries with your emotional contact, not letting people affect you emotionally. More so, I'm getting. So you have to be very strong. You have to be very strong in order to deal with criticism and not letting those situations or adversaries affect your emotional stability. So you're learning to do that. You're coming out of a point where you are finding back your own emotional stability, or you will, where you're still kind of a little bit struggling on that story because it takes time to balance out that situation. It is not that easy. But what I'm getting out here, guys, is that you're learning slowly but steadily. You're making that progress, right? You're making that progress in here, which is excellent, which is good news. Now, coming to the part of trust, you get the Magician, right? The Fool and the Ace of Pentacles. So as you bring back your emotional stability, guys, Pisces, as you learn to conquer your own fears, as you learn to deal with your own demons, right? You learn about trust. It is a process. It doesn't happen in one day, overnight, in 48 hours. No, it's a process that's going to take you some amount of time. But you're working on this process. You're learning. You're slowly putting up boundaries with people around you who can disturb you emotionally. So it's going to be a little bit of of an exercise, right? But as you do that, as you keep on that work going, you bring back the trust where you feel that it's time. You can trust a new beginning in your life. And that's what you're manifesting, or you will be manifesting, right? You will be manifesting a new leap of faith, of trust in yourself, where you don't have baggages, right? You're free. You're free to move around without any kind of baggage that you have to shoulder in order to bring something good and new in this world again for yourself. So this is a process, guys. So like I said, as you are learning to become stable, which is going to be a little bit of a difficult situation, you will come out of that situation because you're sharpening your tools. The magician, you're learning, how to work with your own energy. Pisces, you're learning to build back your own self-confidence. You're learning to trust in your dreams. Please talk to me about the magician. You're learning to trust in your dreams where you know that it's time for you. Yeah, the fool, right? Yeah, where it's time for you, where you have been a fool before maybe, where you practically had manifested maybe a journey in your life that did not go right, but now you are manifesting a new start to your whole story in the month of January, right? And you're learning to release the burden. You're learning to release the responsibility. Yeah, the Ace of Wands, in order to start a new cycle in your life once again, right? Where you won't have all these loads on your shoulder and you're able to move in the direction of your life once again that you want to, right? Trusting that you can, trusting yourself, trusting your own heart, trusting in your dreams to build back something new. The trust is very important. It's coming back to you, but very slowly. Please talk to me about the Fool. Where you can take off. Yeah, the King of Swords, right? Yeah, very, very analytical work that you are doing here. It's very logical. See, the thing is, when we carry the weight on our shoulder, it's not a physical weight we are carrying so much, right? We are doing physical work, but when it comes to being bogged down, when it comes to being worried, when it comes to all the stress in our life, it's more logical stress. It's the stress that we carry in our mind that we are not able to relieve ourselves from. That's a baggage we carry, right? But if you analytically, understand that where you're going wrong, more so, what you're thinking, how you're thinking, what you're doing, where you're going wrong, that's when you can relieve, because then you'll see that, it'll be visible to you that, oh, shoot, I was thinking about so much of problems, but I don't have to. I can analytically deal with those problems in order to let them go. But instead of doing that, I have been carrying the problems with me because I have not been able to clearly think or strategize on my own thought. It's that story, right? Where you want to now get rid of all that fear and all that illusion that had been haunting you. Because logically, you were carrying that baggage in you. which was preventing you from trusting anybody, even trusting yourself, because you had mentally developed an area in your life, Pisces, where you had manifested all the mental load in yourself. And you were worried about that, even though half of it might not be true. So, and this is where you are coming out of that situation. As you are getting into the King of Sword energy, you're learning where you have gone wrong and what are the things that you need to let go in your mental energy so that you feel relieved and at ease once again with your own self. Right? That's important. Please talk to me about the Ace of Pentacles. How you can start something fresh in your life once again without any kind of mental worry, tension, all that stress. You don't want that. Please talk to me about the Ace of Pentacles. So that trust is very important here. Very important, Pisces, because once you get back, the King of Cups, right, being emotionally intelligent here, to know what it is that you have gone wrong with. Where is it that you have not been able to do things right? The Four of Cups, right? Where is that you have missed opportunities in your life because of the way you have been thinking about the whole situation, right? And now it's coming to the point of understanding that no, all that emotionally intelligent part is coming back to you, where you are learning more about your logic and emotion and how do you balance the two to offload your problems and your stress and your worries and get freedom out of that situation. So you're coming to the point. Please talk to me about the trust here. You're coming to the point of understanding the Nine of Pentacles. You're coming to the point of understanding where you have been bogged down and you could not enjoy your own freedom. You could not enjoy, the Nine of Cups. You could not enjoy your own freedom because you were thinking differently. And this, like I said, the reason you were thinking differently, guys, it's because some people have been in their victim mentality who have, like I said, who have pulled you in that. They have sucked you in that group where you wanted to be different, but you got pulled and sucked into that group that gave you nothing but pain in your thought process. And to come out of that situation, it's definitely time consuming for you. And that's exactly what's happening. Knight of Wands, Five of Pentacles, and the Eight of Pentacles. So clearly you are learning to become the master of your own understanding here, that where you have gone wrong in your work, in your thinking, what you have been trying to do, right? Where you have been codependent on a situation that has not brought you any happiness, right? That has only brought you down, given you depression. You're learning to master your own techniques again. Learning to work with your own understanding. Learning to reconstruct and rebuild yourself again. Please talk to me about the Knight of Wands, right? The Eight of Wands, where you could have been very impatient. You could have been a very impatient person with your thinking and communication. See the world. That's coming to an end. You're slowly learning to control back your patience. You're slowly learning to get a hang of your own emotional intelligence, where you have not been able to deal with things in your life in the right way because you have been very quick, very impatient, and you have really not worked on strategies in your life before taking action. So now here it is. You're learning to master that strategy. You're learning to master your own logic and emotion in the right way so that you can ward off your enemies. Right? Please talk to me about the Five of Pentacles. And because you did not strategize, because you did not master yourself, you felt extremely poor, where whatever you did only got in a lot of unhappiness, a lot of poverty in your life. Yeah, see the Nine of Wands and the Moon, right? Where you have been very stubborn with your own understanding of how do you take control of your own action or words or situations in your life, right? And the Moon, because you have been subconsciously fearing something or hiding something in yourself that you haven't been speaking about, and yet you have been very impatiently doing things to prove your worth for some of you, right? Which is where all you got back in return, Pisces, was the Five of Pentacles. All you got back in return was a bag full of poverty in every respect. In every respect, yeah, and lovers, right? And this is also a balance. This is also harmony. This is also the point of the story where you probably have made wrong decisions or wrong choices in your life. Because, like I said, because you have not worked with a strategy, right? You have worked because you were stubborn, and you wanted to prove your self-worth. Oh, I can do this. So you have been impatient about taking action, talking, communicating, because you have been at the same time very stubborn about not declaring what it is that is troubling you from deep within you. Right? But to the outside world, you have been showing, oh, I'm here. I can do this. I can take action. I can talk. I can, but very impatient. Because deep down in your subconscious energy, you probably have not been happy for a long time, Pisces. Right? This is where the situation has been. The Eight of Pentacles. And this is what you're finding out. As you're uncovering the truth, the Ace of Swords in the reverse, where you had not been able to uncover the truth. You had no clarity. You did not understand what the situation is, yet you have been doing it because you did not get a breakthrough. You did not have a clarity. So here you're trying to understand and get a breakthrough to where you have to master your own self once again, right? And get a clarity of the situation as to why things have happened and what is the reason that you have been feeling so utterly tired, exhausted, and everything else around you, that you did not, but yet you have tried to overcome that feeling, with working with your reserve strength, whereas you did not have that strength. But you have been constantly battling against all kind of fear and trying to overtake that feeling of feeling poor in every respect and trying to prove your worth, but you have been very impatient with your understanding. Right? You haven't really strategized yourself well. And that is where you haven't learned the truth. You haven't got a breakthrough. Because here it is. People have kept you in the dark. That's where they have not let you work for your own truth and clarity. Yeah. That's where you could not change your thought process. So whatever they have fed you with, or however way they have fed you things with, you believed in that, right? You believed in that. Somebody could have told you, oh, no matter what you do in your life, you will still be very depressed. You're going through a depression, and you believed in that. You believed in what people told you. Maybe some of them told you, like you are just a depressed person. So whatever you do in your life, you'll still be depressed, and they cut you off from the clarity, and you believed in that. You believed in that. Please talk to me about the Ace of Swords in the reverse. And therefore, all the words, all the actions, all the story that you have done has been very brutal. You have gone against people because you have been very unhappy. You have said things to hurt people. The way you have spoken, the way you have communicated, the way you have acted has been very hurtful. And that's not because you meant to be hurtful, it's because you were scared of your own self understanding. The Six of Pentacles in the reverse, right? Where money was a part of the story, right? Where you have been involved in a situation where you have been giving a lot but not receiving back anything. For some of you, there has been a disbalance, and that's where you have been very, very brutal about that situation. It also could be, guys, it also could be that since you're learning to master yourself in here, right? You're understanding, you're finding your own strength, right? When you're working for yourself, you could possibly be coming in contact with this energy where your words and actions could become very harsh towards this disbalanced situation of give and take in your life that you don't want. Maybe some of you guys are trying to cut that off as well, right? Or some of you guys are not wanting any kind of disbalanced situation in your life because you're coming to a point of realizing where you have gone wrong and what you need to master back in yourself, for which you might have to cut off people who can come to you and ask you for help, and you have to be quite harsh with regards to that situation as well. Please talk to me about the Six of Pentacles in the reverse, where at this point in time, you could be telling them that no, it's not possible, the Two of Cups, right? It's not possible to give or take, even with those you have some kind of a connection with, where there has been a disbalance in your life, where you are again learning to work independently by yourself without having to rely on those people or situations to bring you back your happiness. It also could be that. Just talk to me about the Two of Cups. So you are learning to master, the Knight of Swords. There has been a lot of, you could be in that energy where you want to tell the truth now, Pisces, about whatever that situation, however you have been treated with your own understanding. So you could be coming to the point, the Hierophant, you could be coming to the point of your own realization that it's time to tell the truth and get out of this situation where you're learning to work and become the master of your own prosperity once again. Where you're looking at things and you're uncovering the secrets, how your money has gone down, how people have robbed you of your emotions. Maybe some of you have even been taken for a ride with your finances as well. So there has been a lot of depletion in your life, right? And that's where you're angry. That's where your success is not there. And you could be very harsh and feeling very brutal in yourself because you're realizing that you have given more than it was required in your life. That has depleted your income, that has depleted your strength, right? Because you have given too much to people you felt you were connected with, whoever that could be in your life, right? But now you want to tell the truth about the whole situation. You could be very frank about the situation, and it could be a very harsh words you could be using in order to be frank about the situation with somebody in your life or with people around you. Can be anybody. Please talk to me about finding and grieving, because like I said, you want to get out of those people. Yeah, see the Nine of Swords, where it's caused you a lot of stress and worry because you have not been able to uncover the truth for yourself. Yeah, see with Lovers, where you have chosen a wrong direction in your life with people you thought, like I said, you have a connection with. Please talk to me about the Nine of Swords. And it's caused you a lot of pain, lot of stress. Yeah, the Queen of Wands, right? The Queen of Wands, right? Where there could be now a part of this story. Please talk to me about the Queen of Wands, that you are very stubborn about changing the situation now. You're vibing in that energy where you want to change the situation, the Six of Swords, yeah, and get away from this energy. Leave that baggage behind. Yeah, see? The Five of Pentacles, yeah, where you have been feeling extremely poor and extremely depressed with that group of people who have caused you a lot of stress. And that is an energy that you have decided, or you will be deciding, to leave behind. You're stubborn about finding back your own peace in your life, Pisces, in the month of January. Right? So enjoy this reading, guys. Until I see you once again. Till then, goodbye. God bless. Khuda Hafiz and Namaste.